Some Super Bowls are big, and then there's Super Bowl 60. We're talking about a game so massive that companies spend millions for 30 seconds of airtime. Fans pay the price of a car for a single ticket, and the stadium itself has more tech inside it than some cities. Super Bowl 60 is set to be one of the most expensive, most watched, and most hyped sporting events in history. From a global halftime show to record-breaking ticket prices and even a stadium with a turf curse, this Super Bowl already has stories before a single snap is played. So today, we're counting down the top 10 insane facts about Super Bowl 60. Stick around for number 1 because it might actually affect how the game is played. Let's get into it. Number 10, the return to Levi Stadium. Super Bowl 60 is heading back to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. This is the second time this stadium has hosted the Super Bowl, with the first being Super Bowl 50 back in 2016. That was the game where Peyton Manning won his second ring and then retired shortly after. What makes this special is that the Bay Area doesn't get Super Bowls very often. The region has only hosted a few in history, and the NFL clearly sees this location as important. Santa Clara sits right next to Silicon Valley, the heart of the tech world, and the league loves connecting its biggest event to innovation and modern infrastructure. The NFL doesn't just pick stadiums because they look nice. They pick places that represent where the league wants to go. And with Super Bowl 60, the message is clear. This is the future of the Super Bowl experience. Number 9, the Bad Bunny halftime show. One of the biggest parts of any Super Bowl is the halftime show, and for Super Bowl 60, the NFL is going global. Bad Bunny is set to headline the show, becoming the first solo halftime performer who primarily sings in Spanish. That alone is historic. But here's what makes it even crazier. Bad Bunny skipped US tour dates on his recent world tour, but still agreed to perform at the Super Bowl. That shows how powerful this stage really is. Artists don't just perform at the Super Bowl for fun. They do it because the audience is unmatched. Over 100 million people are watching, and the performance is instantly shared across every platform on the internet. This halftime show is expected to be one of the most international in Super Bowl history, with massive production, special guests, and visuals designed for a global audience. It's not just a concert anymore, it's a worldwide event happening in the middle of a football game. Number 8, over $120 million in stadium upgrades. Even though Levi Stadium is still considered a modern venue, it received over $120 million in renovations specifically for Super Bowl 60. That includes massive new 4K video boards, upgrades to luxury suites, improvements to fan areas, and major Wi-Fi upgrades so tens of thousands of fans can post, stream, and share content at the same time without the network crashing. This shows how much pressure there is on Super Bowl host stadiums. It's not enough to simply be big. The stadium has to be perfect on camera, flawless for fans, and capable of handling one of the biggest live broadcasts in the world. For the NFL, the Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's a showcase, and every screen, camera angle, and fan experience has to look world-class. Number 7, a chance for the youngest Super Bowl winning quarterback. Super Bowl 60 could make history at the quarterback position. If the Patriots win the Super Bowl, their quarterback, Drake May, could become the youngest starting quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. That would break a record that has stood for years and put him in the same conversation as some of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history before he's even had much time in the league. Records like this matter because they shape narratives. The NFL is always looking for its next superstar face of the league, and if a young quarterback wins the Super Bowl on one of the biggest stages in history, that storyline follows him for the rest of his career. It's not just about winning a ring, it's about becoming part of Super Bowl history. Number 6, a rare Rose Bowl and Super Bowl connection. There's a strange and rare football trivia record connected to Super Bowl 60. Only one player in NFL history has ever won both the Rose Bowl MVP in college and the Super Bowl MVP in the NFL. That player was Jim Plunkett. Now, Super Bowl 60 could see another player attempt to join that exclusive club. While most fans won't even think about this during the game, it's the kind of stat that becomes legendary later on. These rare connections between college football and the Super Bowl remind us how long the journey is from playing in a bowl game to lifting the Lombardi Trophy. Very few players ever reach both stages at the highest level, and even fewer dominate both. Number 5, $7 million for 30 seconds of ad. Super Bowl commercials are famous for being expensive, but Super Bowl 60 is expected to push things even further. A single 30-second commercial is projected to cost between $7 and $8 million. That's over $250,000 per second of airtime. For most companies, that kind of money could fund entire marketing campaigns for a year. But the Super Bowl offers something no other platform can: guaranteed attention. Millions of people watch live, and the commercials become part of the entertainment. Some Super Bowl ads are remembered longer than the actual game. That's why brands keep paying these insane prices, because one great commercial during the Super Bowl can define a company's image for years. Number 4. The greenest Super Bowl ever. Levi Stadium is known as one of the most environmentally friendly stadiums in the NFL. It was the first stadium to receive LEED Gold certification, and it features a massive green roof, solar panels, and recycled water systems that are used for restrooms and field maintenance. For Super Bowl 60, the goal is to make this the greenest Super Bowl ever. The NFL and stadium organizers are aiming to reduce energy use, limit waste, and offset as much of the environmental impact as possible. Considering how massive the Super Bowl is, with lights, cameras, trucks, and thousands of staff, making it environmentally friendly is no small task. It shows how even huge sports events are starting to take sustainability seriously. Number 3. The Pro Bowl comes to Super Bowl week. For the first time ever, the Pro Bowl games are being moved to Super Bowl week in the same city. That means the entire Bay Area will turn into a week-long NFL festival. Fans won't just be attending one game. They'll be surrounded by events, player appearances, competitions, and NFL experiences for days leading up to the Super Bowl. This move is part of the NFL's effort to turn the Super Bowl into more than just a game. It's becoming a full sports and entertainment week, similar to how cities host major international events. For fans, this means more access to players and more things to see and do. For the NFL, it means more attention, more content, and more hype building up to the biggest game of the year. Number 2. The insane ticket prices. Super Bowl tickets are always expensive, but Super Bowl 60 is expected to set new extremes. The cheapest tickets are projected to start around $6,000. Seats closer to the field could cost tens of thousands of dollars. That means for many fans, watching the Super Bowl in person is no longer just about loving football. It's about having the money to experience one of the most exclusive sporting events in the world. For comparison, many fans spend less on an entire season of games than a single Super Bowl ticket now costs. The Super Bowl has slowly turned into a luxury event, and Super Bowl 60 is another step in that direction. Number 1. The turf problem at Levi Stadium. The most insane and potentially important fact about Super Bowl 60 has nothing to do with the players. It's the field. Levi Stadium has a history of turf issues. In past games, players have complained about slipping, uneven grass, and even sections of turf coming loose. During major events, this has raised serious concerns about player safety and performance. For Super Bowl 60, the NFL has spent millions trying to fix these issues. The grass system has been redesigned, tested, and reinforced. But when you're dealing with natural turf under intense spotlight and pressure, nothing is guaranteed. If the field causes problems again, it won't just be a small detail, it could impact the game itself. A slip at the wrong moment can change a Super Bowl. That's why this turf curse is one of the most talked about concerns heading into the event. And there you have it, 10 insane facts about Super Bowl 60. From record-breaking ad prices and global halftime performances to extreme ticket costs and even concerns about the field itself, this Super Bowl is already making history before it even kicks off. Which fact surprised you the most? Would you ever pay thousands of dollars to attend a Super Bowl in person? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more sports stories and insane facts.